Hi guys, welcome to Neutral Sports. And Gianni Infantino, well, after wiping the World Cup during the World Cup, he's a disgrace to football. He absolutely didn't really help the World Cup in the fans' perspective. He done it for the business side, and I want to talk to you about what he's doing. So basically, Infantino wants to sell chunks of the World Cup to private investors. Tired opposition from around the globe, European countries have already promised to boycott FIFA competitions. If he does not shelve the scheme by Friday, developments which leads to two key members of the inner circle distancing himself may prove equally damaging to any prospects of salvaging his presidency. Well, first off, I think he should have. I think the board of FIFA, they should have done this ages ago. Because what with Infantino kissing Trump's ass during the World Cup, he didn't really do that much for the fans. Didn't help Iran. Didn't help the Somali officers. Didn't help Belgium by having throwing Balogun back to the US squad, even though he got a red card against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Meanwhile, the UEFA and other federations are actually seeking candidates to run against Infantino FIFA next year, in which he had been expected to comfortably win a fourth term. The pressure is built since this week's revelations cast doubt on whether the previous unsayable Swiss who had doubled down on the proposal will be able to cling on for that long. He ain't gonna get anything. His plan is going to BS. His plan's going to BS because he doesn't really understand the world of football. He thinks football is a sport of putting the rich first. He doesn't care about football. And I look at Carlos Cordero. He quit as a senior advisor to FIFA president Infantino. CONCACAF doesn't want to do the deal. UEFA doesn't want to do the deal. The fans doesn't want to do the deal. And that's what football is all about. It doesn't matter. You think about it, yeah? No one, if you go to matches, yeah, no matter what team you support, no matter what country you support, yeah, if you go to matches, who are you going to vote for? Are you going to root for the owners, or are you going to root for your team? Let's just say, for example, let's just say the biggest team in Europe is the biggest team in Europe is PSG, yeah, and they're going to face I don't know, forget the Arsenal team. They're going to face the Kroenke's team. They're going to face they're going to face Kroenke, and there's billions. 11 players versus Kroenke's money. Arsenal Football Club, but Kroenke's football club. It's stupid. I think it's stupid because now he's threatening people to help him get more money. He's not doing anything for the number one priority of football is the fans. He doesn't care about the fans. He's out there kissing rich people's asses. With UEFA's 55 members had unanimously threatened to boycott. Quadrario, the former soccer chief, said Infantino had proposed a bad deal for FIFA Members Association, a bad deal for football, a bad deal for a long-term future of the game. He questioned the lack of transparency in FIFA's process and pointed out that the governing body is sitting on a debt-free reserves that could be used to fund development. Why this ideal? Why now? What oversight exists? Who benefits? Was there a competitive process? What governance will be in place? What investors will ultimately gain? And what cost to football? He's asking the right questions, but Infantino's is not answering the questions. A lot of teams after the World Cup, now there's going to be a lot of big problems with teams saying, okay, you know what, we're gonna boycott the World Cup. Even there's chance for European teams, European international teams, could be banned from the next World Cup because of Infantino's tiny, little, minuscule feelings. What has been announced in recent days and what has been happening behind the scenes in recent months defies beliefs and imaginations, Lamar said. To put it very clearly and directly, that the project has sparked so much controversy and debate. If it's not a FIFA project, it's a less project of FIFA administration. It is the project of one person. The FIFA vice presidents, members of the FIFA Council, confederations and federations, players and leagues, clubs, and the fans were not only the ones who were ignored, FIFA administration were also deceived. He betrayed his own company for the riches of his allies. This lasts over many months and the natural exclusive power of not trivial. They are indicated of lack of trust, lack of transparency, lack of discrimination, lack of good governance, and serious lack of respect. I think this is clearly the most. Infantino is not really smart. He's an idiot. He's the biggest. He's an idiot. Don't get me wrong. After during the World Cup, he was in front. Before the World Cup, he fucked up. But during the World Cup, he fucked up. After the World Cup, he still fucks up the whole tournament. And the problem I don't get with Infantino, is that why doesn't he understand the mistake he is making? Why didn't he understand about the problem that he's causing? Why doesn't he understand what he's doing is wrong? I don't get it. Football's always about the fans, not always about the rich and the glory. Lamar said FIFA mission is not to serve personal interests of a person who unfortunately believes in bodies FIFA when he's supposed to be in service. He said that his colleagues are best to be contempt and intimidation. My feeling is that we all want to be proud of work FIFA, and today, unfortunately, it seems that is no longer the case for many of us. What he's doing, which is, I think, is the most stupid thing in the world. He's putting his corruption towards his best allies, making the richest or the richest. I mean, you look at it, like, he was giving Trump the red card, and Trump shows the red card. Infantino, I just don't get it. I don't really get it, and why Infantino wants to ruin football, man. Infantino is saying allies, and there's nothing necessary to be taken from a strongly worded out statement from the Asian Football Confederation, AFC, which backed FIFA and CONCACAF in the opposition to privately funded FIFA forwarded enterprise plan. AFC stopped shorting the matches UEFA boycotting, but it was clear in saying that the proposal should be scrapped. The AFC believes that the FFP cannot be realistically achieve the necessary board, since consensus and unity was required to move forward. So it's just stupid. A further revelation on Friday that FIFA's opened a tender of research to companies to assess their economic beliefs, expanding the World Cup to 64 teams, demanding that hugely accelerated timescales only increased such concerns. Last week was the last World Cup was 42 countries. So he's just making it. He doesn't really care about what countries succeed as long as he gets the money from the bloody billionaires that are presidents in the country. UEFA is minded to play a waiting game after securing a united front enough. So basically, UEFA, CONCACAF, and AFC is not happy with the deal. And I think I agree. I think that you're making it a profitable game. You're not making it as a game for the fans. You're making it a game for your best friends. The kiss asses, that people that you support. I mean, I don't. I think the plan is stupid. I think the plan is stupid. To sell the heart of football for your best friends is stupid. Now he's going to decrease money for the World Cup teams if he doesn't get his own way. He's not going to get anything. I mean, I'm glad that UEFA, CONCACAF, and AFC is not going to agree to it, because he's lost everything, mate. He's literally lost everything. He's fucked up. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. The next video is the West Ham versus Portsmouth Carrier Cup match. Peace. I'm out. Damn you, Infantino.